Well, spitting image of last year there, Raptor fans. Raps get absolutely clobbered. 128-93 by the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm not going to sit here and say that the Raptors deserved a better fate, because they didn't. The Cleveland Cavaliers played a much better game, a much better series. They deserved the sweep. They deserved the series, and they got it. LeBron, he's a freak. What I mean by that, he's an unbelievable basketball player. Arguably the best player of all time. Definitely the best player of our era. I don't care what people say about James Harden. Look, he's a great scorer and all, but LeBron James is just a beast in every aspect of the game. But Raptor fans, the season's over. And anybody trying to find a silver lining of, 59 wins is a good regular season number. You won the most home games in the franchise history. You won the most away games in franchise. I don't give a darn. Because in the end, you end up at the exact same spot. How many wins did we get last year? 52? 53? Something along those lines? So you've got 6 more wins, but you ended up in the exact same spot. Round 2, 4-game sweep. That's it. Now I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys, Raptors lose the series 4-0. They get swept by LeBron James and the referees. I'm not going to do that. You know why? Were the refs bad in the series? Yes. But basketball fans, Raptor fans, let me talk to you for a second. We know NBA officials are garbage. We know the NBA is a superstar-driven league. If a Pascal Siakam doesn't hit LeBron James, who's getting the foul? It's LeBron James, the superstar-driven league. And I'm not here complaining, but I'm just saying the way it is. James Harden, why does he get all the calls? Because he's a superstar. It's what it is. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and complain, because it's what the NBA is. And I don't care. The Raptors didn't lose all 4 games because of the refs. Did they miss some stupid calls? Yeah. But when you lose 128-93, there's no excuse. You lost 2 very close games. You couldn't make a big shot, and you couldn't shut down LeBron on that final attempt in the last game. You win those 2 games, this is a totally different series. But instead, you can't come up big in game 1. You can't even make your dinky shots in game 1. And LeBron beat you in game 3. And then the Raptors beat the snot out of themselves in game 4. I don't care what the Raptor... Look, what were the fouls? 23-21, whatever. Turnovers, 13-10, okay. They had 9 steals to our 3. Only 18 assists for the Raptors. But the problem, in a game you needed to win, you allowed the opponent to shoot 60% from the field, and we didn't even shoot 50%. You're going to lose with that number right there. And we talk about the Raptors, it's funny. All season long, we were talking about this team chucking up a lot of threes, sometimes making them, but overall not really, not being consistently making them. We were seeing 43 games. We were seeing, 30, 35. And they got away from that the entire series. And in game 4, they totally got away from it. Like I just said, those numbers are kind of what we were used to seeing in the entire season. How many did they shoot today? 15. They made 4. Right there, that's an awful percentage. And remember when the regular season we're talking about 10 being the magical number? They didn't even get half that. So that right there is a recipe for a loss. We talked about the field goal percentage as a complete joke. Free throw line, it wasn't really a big factor. I mean, we made 1 more free throw than them, not really a big thing. But the inability to clean up the offensive glass, even though we won 9-6 on the glass, which is kind of funny. We lost on the boards in general. But I look at this team and I say, I'm tired of it. Everyone's talking garbage about the Raptors, and rightfully so. I'm not going to try and defend this team because it happens every single year. For example, look at the Washington Capitals and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Washington had lost to them 2 years in a row, and just like they have not beat them in forever. They hadn't got past the second round in 20 years. And today, they changed that. They win in overtime in Pittsburgh. They're heading to round 3. They exercised their demons. They changed some things, and they got back at it. Now, hockey's a much different sport than basketball. Like I said, superstar-driven league. You don't have that in hockey, or at least in my eyes right now, because there's no one dominant team. Heck, Vegas could go into the next round and get their butt wiped. Who knows? But for the Raptors, you go, I mean, let's break this thing down, I guess, a tad bit, because there's a couple of things I want to talk about. Number one, this team had the lead, 38-36, about, 5-6 minutes to go in the second quarter. And then they call a timeout. Ty Lue calls a timeout. And then they go on like a 16-2 run or some miraculous. I'm not saying that was exactly, but it's something along those lines. And you're down by 14 or 16 at the half. What the heck happened? And right then and there, I'm like, okay, this game is done. The Raptors got no fight in them. LeBron and the Cavs are running all over them. Go into the third quarter, and you get throttled once again, 37-25 in the third quarter. And late in the third quarter, DeMar DeRozan, I don't know, he was trying to chase down Jordan Clarkson, I think it was, and or was it George Hill? I had somebody. It doesn't even matter at this point. And he smacks him in the head as he's going up. Now, you could arguably say he was going for the ball. Whether he did or not, he smacked him in the side of the head. It's a flagrant 1 in my eyes. Nope, he gets a flagrant 2. He's gone. Right then and there, well, my TV just goes off, or I flip it to some hockey. One of the two. Because that game's over. And it was over about 5 minutes into the third quarter. The Raptors just... They died. They got extinct, if you want to be, Raptors, Dinos, they were extinct. I don't know. Look, my jokes are as bad as the Raptors were tonight, okay? Calm down a little bit. But you just look at this game and you shake your head. 59 wins, great regular season. You beat Washington in 6. You find your way in the last 2 games, and you beat them on the road. There you go. You go into Cleveland. LeBron played 48 minutes against Indiana in Game 7. Now he's going to come to we have the best home record, or tied with the Houston for the best home record in the NBA in the regular season. And you didn't lose once to Washington, or actually, no, you didn't lose once to Washington in the first round of the playoffs at home. And then LeBron plays 47 minutes and beats you. Even though the Raptors kind of beat themselves in Game 1, and that kind of started the choo-choo train of the series, and then the Raptors get swept. Now there's talks. DeMar DeRozan, could he have possibly played his last game as a Raptor? Really? That's just speculation and to get people fired up. Will it happen? Heck, I don't know. At this point in the season, or at this point in the offseason, I guess you want to call it now, I don't know what's going to happen. What's going to happen with Lowry? What's going to happen with Ibaka or JV? Is Masai going to be too in love with this team that he's going to tweak one thing and go into the season with that? No thanks. As a Raptor fan, I'm kind of tired of this now. Going into this year, seeing all these players leave the East and go to the West, I'm like, okay, maybe the Raptors have a chance here. And LeBron, with Kyrie going to Boston and then getting injured, and we're like, okay, maybe this could work. Nope. Same stuff, different year. And I'm tired of it. Now we could arguably talk about next year's possibilities, off-season stuff. Well, I'm going to leave that for the season review and the off-season preview like we did today for the Leafs. We'll do it for the Raptors in a week or two, something like that, so we can all get over this fiasco. But that's it, Raptor fans. That's it, all right? So you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed the video, and you guys have enjoyed the videos the entire season. Smack that like button. It's been a grind, but I love doing it for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I love doing them. And same stuff, different year. Hey, Raptor fans, remember this? Looks very similar to last year. Exact same setup, I think it was. Maybe not. Maybe it was a different one. I don't know. But we're talking about the same darn thing. A sweep against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of the game. What have you thought of the series? What have you thought of the season as a whole? What are your off-season expectations for the Raptors? What do you think should be done? I mean, if you're just angry and want to say blow up the team, I don't blame you. That's why I'm going to wait a week or two to do the next video. But the Cleveland Cavaliers deserved this series, and they got it done. That's it. That's all she wrote there. All right, so that's going to do it, guys, and we'll talk to you guys, I guess we'll talk to you guys Raptors edition whenever. Like I said, in a week or two when all this dies down. And we'll talk to you guys Jays edition because that's all we got left. Jays Mariners, game 1 of the 3 games set tomorrow night. Canadian James Paxton on the mound for the Mariners, Marcus Stroman on the mound for the Blue Jays. If you guys have not watched any of the Blue Jays content, go check it out. It's a lot of fun. You know, if you guys don't watch a lot of baseball, maybe we can get you into it. Maybe we can swindle you into some baseball. It's a lot of fun. And also, before we wrap up the video, I just want to say thank you to all the Raptor fans, all the fans of any opposing team watching these videos. I appreciate all your support throughout the season, whether it be trashing the channel or whether it be trashing the Raptors or whatever. I appreciate the support you guys have given the channel throughout the entire season. All 82, all 6 against the Wizards, and all measly 4 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I thank you guys so much for the support, and I'm just praying that something happens to this team and they can come back next year and exercise their demons like the Caps did tonight. All right, so we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night, Blue Jays edition, as they look to win a game, as all our baskets are on them right now. We'll talk to you guys then.